Okay, guys, today we are going to be talking about goal visualization. Believe it, then achieve it. My name's Ia Desmaratis.
I'm Brianna.
I'm Scott Owens.
I'm William.
And I'm Diara.
Okay, so what are goals? Goals can be described as an idea of the future or desired result that a person or a group of people envision, plan, and commit to achieve. Goals represent the decisions we make and the commitments we take in order to reach attainment, break some bad habits, adopt useful habits, or achieve more in different areas of life. Goals, when properly conceived and pursued, can help us to maximize the one and only life we have to live. So why are goals important? So setting goals help trigger new behaviors. It helps to guide our focus and helps to sustain that momentum in our life. Goals also help align our focus and promote a sense of self-mastery. In the end, you can't manage what you don't measure, and you can't improve upon something that you don't properly manage. So the impact of goals on our occupational performance. Research has shown that people who set goals obtain about 20 to 25% improvement in occupational performance. In addition to improving their performance, people who set goals have more self-confidence, are less stressed, and are happier participating in their everyday task. Goals are the expected results of specific actions.
So now I'm going to discuss long-term and short-term goal setting. So long-term goals require a series of short-term goals to be completed first. Short-term goals may take several years or several months to complete, depending on the ultimate goal. So looking at what is necessary to achieve your long-term goals puts your short-term goals into perspective. For example, a person cannot become an occupational therapist, which could be a long-term goal, without completing academic coursework or a master's program, which can be a short-term goal.
So now I want us to do a warm up. If you guys are comfortable, if you would like to close your eyes and visualize a couple things, I want you to think about the best version of yourself, and that would be, the attainment of all your wants, needs, and goals that you have right now. And while you're thinking of that, try to think of a pathway from where you are now to where you want to be to attain those wants, needs, and goals. And just sit there for a few minutes and think about what you want to achieve and how to get there. Now, once you're done with that, I want to have an open floor discussion on a couple things. I would like to talk about what you visualized. What do you see for yourself in the future? What are the broad or more specific topics that you would like to achieve or goals you would like to achieve? What strategies do you use currently that support obtaining this version of yourself or these goals that you would like to achieve? And that could be anything that you've used prior or that you want to use next to help achieve these goals. And finally, have your goal planning strategies been successful in the past? So, have you been successful in obtaining these short term goals that develop into completion of long term goals? If you guys would take 5 to 10 minutes to have a small discussion about this information, that'd be great.
So now that we've taken about 5 to 10 minutes to dissect our warm-up activity, we're going to get into the group goal setting activity. So first, we're going to write out 2 concise, measurable long-term goals, and we're going to add short-term measurable goals that would assist in achieving the long-term goals we just identified. So here's the example we have for you. Our long-term goal is I want to become an occupational therapist that is registered and licensed by the end of the year 2022. Short-term goal number 1 is to study at least 2 times a week during my level 2 fieldwork rotation. Short-term goal number 2 is complete a total of 3 NBCOT practice exams by December of 2021. So here's the format we are going to use. Again, what is the long-term goal you have? What are 2 short-term goals that you can add to help you achieve that goal? And then more specifically, you want to ask yourself, what am I doing to achieve this? So for the next 10 to 15 minutes, we want you guys to go ahead and fill this out And then we're going to continue with the discussion and talk more in detail about the goals that we've established for ourselves.
And now that we've covered what goals are, short-term and long-term, and we've actually written some out for ourselves, you need to reflect on them and think about how do you feel about setting the goals, and do you have a better understanding? And that's an example I'll use in a goal I set for myself some time ago, which was a long-term goal of in 6 months between August of 2020 and February of 2021. I set a goal of walking at least 6 miles at one time without stopping. And for my short-term goal for doing that was in 1 week, I will find and purchase proper shoes for walking. And the second goal I set was in 1 week, I will walk at least a quarter of a mile per scheduled day without stopping. Then I had to go through while I was achieving those goals and go, what am I doing to achieve my long-term goal? So what am I doing to achieve it? The first one was I researched what the best shoes were for walking and what the best shoes were that I could afford. Then I found those shoes I needed and purchased them, and I began wearing them every day to break them in. So, you don't want to get blisters when you start a walking program. And then I made a schedule and posted my goals on the refrigerator, and I did another one on my phone calendar, and so I could track the progress. And then what I've done after I got started during a few weeks towards attaining the goals, I altered my diet and my sleep so I could keep up my energy levels, and also scheduled makeup dates for times when it was unsafe or I was unable to get my walking done. And then what actions can I take in the next few weeks or months towards attaining my goals? When I was process of doing this, we went through fall and winter, so I had to buy wet and cold weather clothes so I could keep to the plan so I could do my walking without getting sick. But as a result of keeping to the plan and following my goals and keeping them in front of me all the time, I reached my 6 mile goal in 5 months, lost 50 pounds, lowered my total cholesterol numbers, and also improved my heart rate. So this plan does work.
So to wrap up, goal setting can positively impact your occupational performance by enhancing your perspectives of success and by boosting your commitment and motivation towards your goal. By participating in and reflecting on our previous group meetings, you have learned skills that will assist you in the completion of developing goals, as well as reaching the goals you desire. For example, you can use leisure interests identified previously when we completed the leisure checklist to guide goal planning. So if you were interested in exploring outdoor extracurricular activities, you can base your long-term and short-term goals off of that. This goal planning worksheet can be used going forward to increase participation in desired activities and also increase your perceived quality of life. Thank you guys so much for participating today, and we will see you next week.